called DNA of Success Stories, along with Jack Canfield and Brian Tracy. Yes, the Jack Canfield of the international best-selling series Chicken Soup series. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the first speaker of this evening, Binod.
The world-famous author of the book 1 Minute Manager, Ken Blanchard, said, in early years of life, people give up their health to gain wealth. In the later part of life, to give up their health, their wealth, to regain their lost health. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Do you want health or do you want wealth?
Both.
Interesting. I was about to tell you, how about if you get both? How do we get both? The tightrope walk. If we are able to balance work and life, we can have both. If we are able to balance office and home, we can have both. Friends, the first time I heard the statement from Ken Blanchard, I was working long hours, hardly any time for my family. Totally and suffocated in my corporate life. I said, I need some balance. I need to get out of this corporate culture. Let me share with you 3 strategies, friends, that I've come across on how we can balance work and life. The first is how my architect, Geeta, balanced work and life. We built a house last year, and Geeta was our architect. A lot of my friends came, saw the house, they liked it. Asked, who's the architect? What's her contact number? What's her website? So I asked Geeta, what's your website? No, I don't have a website. I said, why? I was quite curious. Don't you want more business? She shocked me further. I said, no, they don't want more business. She said, actually if I take apartment projects, I can make much more money. But I've chosen to take individual houses like yours for a reason. And that reason is builders expect a lot of time at short notice from me. Now my husband is already working long hours, so I have taken a conscious decision saying that I will take individual houses so that I have more time for my family. Geeta's approach was to take up work that will give her time to the family. Let me share with you the second person, Mr. Murthy, a client of mine. Mr. Murthy is the vice president of a software company. Handles all the software delivery for his company. Works extremely long hours. He has clients all over the globe. But when I spoke to him, I found out his 2 children doing very well. They're both in IIT. I asked him, how do you manage working such long? How do you manage? He told me, take your seat. I'm working with my wife. I said, with your wife? What agreement? He said, I'm in agreement with my wife that 5 days of the week, all the time is mine. I will work, I will schedule my time according to my calendar. But the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is yours. You set the calendar, I will follow. Vacations, your calendar. You set the calendar. Tell me where you want to go, what you want to do. We do it. And he shared with me, just the previous week, his wife told him on a Saturday morning, I'd like you to make puri and sambar. She's happy, he's happy. Second approach, Mr. Murthy, he decided to give all of himself to work during the week and all of himself to his family during the weekend. Let me share the third approach. That third approach is my own experience. As I told you before, I was quite throttly in my life with work. Being in the software line, I was also responsible to deliver to clients across the globe. Had clients in US, UK, and their time is different from ours, the time zones. So we had calls late into the evening. I couldn't blame my company, but I worked long hours. Very often I came home, my kids were asleep. It's really throttled. Really. Can't manage it. So I said, I need to balance work. The approach I took was at a certain point in time I said, enough is enough of the corporate world. I'm going to start something on my own. So I got into corporate training and consultancy so that I can decide how much time I give to my business and how much time I give to my family. Third approach, I chose a career which gives me time which I can flex. Now dear friends, which of these approaches is right? I'm sorry to tell you, there's no right approach. Gita's approach may not work with Mr. Murthy. Mr. Murthy's approach may not work for me. My approach may not work for you. But let me share one thing. One thing I found in all these three people that is common. And that is this. All these three people were very clear in their mind what they wanted to achieve in their work and what they wanted to achieve in their life. So if you want to have a better work-life balance, may I submit to you that the first step you need to take is to think through clearly what is it you want to do with your work. Most of us sort of think through anyway, but more importantly, what is it you would like to do with your life? As I close with the words of Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, said this. He said, nobody on their deathbed ever wished that they had spent more time in the office. Friends, I spent a lot of time in the office. I think it's time to go home. Mr. Joseph.